Hi, it's Sandy here, and it's the time for the new moon rose reading. I had intended to do this last evening, but I had a friend staying with me, and again this morning in preparation for the class, it just didn't happen. Time ran away from me. So I'm really grateful to actually get to the point this evening. Everybody's gone. It's the end of the first day of the weekend classes that I'm running this weekend, and I've had a fabulous group here, and we've been looking at the very nature of our homes and our spaces, and this place of creating sanctuary space, and how valuable that is for us in this time of shift, in this time where we are really needing to have that place of safe holding, of being able to come back into the nurturing essence that is home. So, it is the yin, it is the feminine that turns a house into a home. And it's this place of being that sacred vessel, that place of nourishment, of really being able to come home to ourselves, truly present to ourselves, that allows our energy fields to unpack, and for home to be a place that is a true sanctuary for us, a true sanctuary for the soul. And I'm mindful of the fact that we have been through such an intense journey this last couple of months, and certainly for me this last couple of weeks has been a real point of bringing closure and transformation within my own field, that there is time when we need to readdress, to re-look at what we see as home and what we're choosing to have around us. The home is a mirror of our consciousness, and in these fast shifting times, the home offers us an opportunity to just see how far we have travelled on our own inner journey, and what we're choosing to still have around us. There's so much of shift and letting go of all of these things that we don't need to carry forward with us again. And I know a friend of mine posted this week on Facebook that she had actually released 15 years of her library of New Age books. And I'm mindful that there's another level of clearing that's going on in my field too. Interesting that this is what they call a dark moon. And a dark moon is when we have two new moons in a month. When they're full moons, they're blue moons, but when we have new moons, they're dark moons. And this is the time when there is an increase of this yin energy, this yin essence that we're working with. Whether we're in male gender or female gender, this yin essence, this beingness, is the quality that we're being called to connect at a deeper level with. And I think it's interesting that we're also entering the most yin time of the year. As we move through into the summer, we open in, especially in the northern hemisphere, we open into the most yang time of the year, and we're now contracting back in to the yin essence of who we are. So this is the opportunity to dive deep once again into this yin energy. So we have our reading to do, and so are you drawn to Rose card 1, Rose card 2, or Rose card 3? So, if you are drawn to Rose card 1, here she is, and she is Rose Ma 9. And I'm just checking that she is Rosemar 9. Just one moment. Yes, she's Rosemar 9. And Rosemar 9 is all about unconditional love. And this portal that we're going through with this new moon really feels to be the opportunity to move into a new beginning, a new aspect of our expression. So Rosemar 9 is calling us to come ever deeper into this place of Heartfield, to allow ourselves to be guided by our intuition, by our inner knowing, and to continually allow ourselves to be moved to love, to this place where love is the essence, love is the beingness that we hold on a daily basis. And of course, our doingness comes from that beingness. So if you were drawn to Rose Card 1, she's asking you to look at all of these places in which you can move into a greater acceptance, a greater allowing, and a greater presence of that love essence. Very, very beautiful, Rose. If you chose Rose Card 2, here she is, Rose 10. Now, Rose 10 hasn't very often come into our readings, and again talks to us about the feminine. So if you were drawn to Rose 2, when I'm working with her, she sits on the navel. And the navel is the connector point to the umbilical cord that joins to the placenta of the mother. This is really about connecting in with the female family line, with the wisdom or the issues that came down through the female family line to come to us to be resolved, to be brought into that alchemical pot, which allows us to create transformation and movement within our dynamic in that mothering line. When we're looking at mother, it's about our experience of mothering and our experience of being mothered. And we are like the pivot point of that expression. And it's interesting, isn't it, that there are some people that follow the pattern. There is a pattern that they experience through their own childhood that they continue, and there are others who turn that 180 degrees and find a different expression through their own experience. So they consciously choose to create a different experience when they are looking at their own giving of the mothering essence. So she's calling you to look at any issues around mother or mothering that can be brought forward to resolution and can be released and let go of. You'll notice that she's very open on the outside, but inside it becomes much more complex. And there's like a petal right across the center. So it's like there are hidden pieces to this. And it calls us to be very present to uncover what those hidden pieces might be. And if you chose Rose 3, here she is, Rosemar 8. And Rosemar 8 is all about creativity. So she's calling you to look at your expression of creativity. What is bubbling under for you? What's bubbling up for you to look at and see how you can incorporate more creative aspects of yourself in your daily activity? This is a David Austin rose, and she's called the Lark Ascending, and is a very almost sculptural rose from the inside, very fragrant, and it's like thinking outside of the box. It's like calling in or getting to a place of being able to get still enough to listen to our intuition, listen to that voice within us that can prompt us to open to perhaps a new aspect of our creative expression. I think it's really interesting in the combination of these three roses that have come forward today, that they're all within the spectrum of the sort of the golden peachy tones, and that for me always connects into the creative, always connects into this deeper aspect of our expression. So communication, very important. A beautiful selection of roses, and I hope that the rose that you chose speaks to you. They all have a certain power with them this time. So I wish you a really good weekend. As you can tell, I'm a little tired this evening. It's been a very, very full-on day, and I have another day tomorrow. So, with much love and rosy blessings from the Rose Temple here in Hampshire, and wishing you a really, really good weekend. Bye for now.